Welcome back. Who hasn't felt like they just don't really have enough time and then trying to make up time to build a new habit? Well, that can be even harder. It might seem really impossible to ever do anything new. Well, in today's living well, trying to pack in as much as possible might not be the best way to get more done.
Our iPhones are in our hands. We are scheduling everything.
But all that scheduling, Dr. Celine Malcoach says, can have consequences.
We find that when people schedule their leisure, they're more likely to think about it as work because it takes the qualities of work having a strict beginning and oftentimes a strict ending time.
So instead, she says her research leans more toward rough planning being the way to go.
And by rough planning, I mean maybe even having a day and potentially a part of the day planned for something, but still leaving it flexible and open to change.
Still, having a plan can increase your chances of actually getting whatever is on your agenda accomplished.
People who had written down exactly when they were going to come were more likely to show up. So there definitely is the benefit of having those plans.
But abiding by a strict schedule in some ways can make you feel like you have less time in the day.
We find that this is because the upcoming event looms closer and people feel like that is just like whatever time I have is not quite sufficient to complete anything meaningful. And ergo, they also stress out and don't do anything there as well.
Dr. Malcoach says the best thing we can do is to focus on the clock time and not what our internal clock says.
I literally remind myself, I'm just like, this is an hour. It might be butting up to a different event and it's going to feel shorter, but it's still an hour.
And if you've ever felt like your week-long vacation just blows by, she says the same idea applies. Break it up into 7 distinct days.
It all of a sudden unpacks it. So the more we can unpack that, the more we are likely to actually experience its full length prospectively.
She and colleagues carried out another study where they found about 20% of people view taking a break as wasteful. But she says taking this point of view increases stress, anxiety, and even depression. So instead, it's more effective to think of any break as a means to an end to downplay those negative side effects.